days of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Quay Walker coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Well, he's 6'2", but they still need to cover on third.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 69 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. They'll have a tough time.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw again. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. If he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Again, he'll drop to throw. Olave over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Elliott is in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
It's hard to be frustrated when you throw for nearly 400 yards, but I know he wanted to break that barrier. I think he got the pain eased a little bit when they named him NFC Offensive Player of the Week, though.
Yeah, when you get the award, you know you had the best week in the conference, you'll let it slide, but hey, that number well within his range. You know he's got the arm to do it in this one. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And right away, he lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Back to throw. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Lyman can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is
that he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. On the return, it's Kamara. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. And this is caught by Martin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Price. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 2. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense.
And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. He's got the first down and more. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Able to slither by. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Here's Pierce. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So backed up to the 6 now, 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get it.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. On play action, they'll throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when
the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. 45 yards.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Middle of the field, and it's a fumble.
But it looked like Washington got it back, and indeed they did. It remains Commanders football. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They'll look to throw again. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It's complete to Williams. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 12-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. T. Higgins, a touchdown reception. From there, we have...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it.
Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown
with career touchdown number 60. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
A try here for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A first down carry by Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Olave over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Open man is Uzomah.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Back to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
There's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Price.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from going up by 40. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to get And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now this throw caught left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Draw play, Elliott. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it. Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out of this one. And the way this game is going, they're getting high execution overall.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go with the option, coming right. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw here. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 36. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he finds McLaurin. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. They'll set up a throw.
Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Eagles, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.